Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Svetlana. I'm an international yoga teacher and founder of Yuna Yoga. Today we are focusing on lower back and core strengthening. Blocks are optional. Let's begin. Your self-healing journey starts here. Join today. Today we're gonna start in a child pose. I want you to open your knees as wide as your mat, big toes touching. Gently lower yourself in between, or head is resting on the floor. Micro bend your elbows. Close your eyes. Take a slow breath in. Release. Relax your shoulders, your arms. Take a pause before we start moving. Think of an intention for today's session. Maybe listen to your body and be present. Take one more breath in. Release. Breathing out. Slowly start lifting yourself up, coming into a tabletop position. Now keep your knees hips width apart. I want you to place your right hand in the center. On your next inhale, lift your left arm up and to the side. With exhale, land on your left shoulder, thread the left arm under your right armpit. And now extend that right arm alongside with your ear. Gently square your hips to ensure the alignment. Maybe close your eyes for a few moments to enjoy the stretch. And if you want to engage more, you can always use your buttocks and your hips to push towards the back wall to increase that sensation in the lower back. See what feels good today. Now slowly bring your right hand in front of your nose. Use it as a support and come back into a tabletop position. We're going to do the same on the opposite side. So left hand is in the center. Inhale, right arm is moving up. Exhale, lower your right shoulder down and extend the left arm. Square your hips one more time. Close your eyes. Ensure that your neck is comfortable. You are resting on your right ear and your right shoulder. Take a few slow, deep breaths in and out. In your mind, scan your lower back, the left side of your body, your right shoulder, and your left arm. Take one more inhale. Release, exhale. Now bring your left hand in front of you and come back into tabletop. Tuck your back toes in and come into first downward facing dog. Don't worry if your heels are not touching the ground. Bend your knees. Rotate your shoulders, push the crown of your head away from the floor and lengthen your spine. It's okay if your heels are above your mat, as long as you're lengthening your spine and pushing the head of the mat, you will feel that lengthening. Look between your thighs or look in front of you somewhere down. Whatever feels good in your neck. Take one more. Inhale. Release with exhale. Now look forward and step forward. Lengthen your spine when you breathe in. push the sternum, your collarbone forward. Good. And when you breathe out your next exhale, come into a full forward fold. Bring your hands on the floor. Bend down. Rise up on your next inhale into standing position. Bring your hands in front of you. Namaste. Exhale. Beautiful. Keep your feet hips width apart. On your next inhale, rise your arms up to the sky. Bend your knees, come into a chair pose. I always encourage to engage your lower back here and tuck your tailbone slightly in because we are working on strengthening. So it's good if you don't actually microband here, but rather tuck it in and keep it engaged. Look down, see if you're able to see your big toes. If not, slightly scoop back. Remember that yoga is teaching us that everything is temporary in this life. So is this posture. Hold just for a few more moments. Now slowly start straightening both legs, hands in a prayer in front of you, and lift your right foot off the floor. Option 1, you're gonna stay here. Option 2, maybe extend your right leg and try to keep it parallel to your mat. We're gonna stay here just for a few moments. Now bend your knee and step back. Coming into a high lunge, front knee is 90 degrees. Square your hips. On your next inhale, lift your arms up, gaze up. Take a slow, deep breath here. Release with your exhale. Rotate your inner thigh, your right inner thigh externally, and engage your right leg. It's taking all the pressure from the front knee. Take one more. Breathe in. Now breathing out, lower your knee down. Your hands are on your hips. Once you feel stable and square, take both of your hands in front of you. Breathing in. When you breathe out, come into an easy twist, bringing your right elbow on the outer side of your left knee. We're gonna stay here for a few breaths. Every time you inhale, you lengthen your spine. With your exhale, slow twist. Take one or two more. Feel the stability in your hips. On your next exhale, bring both of your hands on the ground. Tuck your back toes, lift your back knee, step back, and I want you to step on your right side, coming into a side plank position. Lift your left arm up to the sky. Option 1, this is where you're gonna be. Option 2, you can always keep your right knee on the floor and help you to balance. Wherever you are, I want you to engage your core and not sink down towards the floor. Rather, lift yourself up. One more inhale. And back to plank position. With or without knees on the ground. Lower yourself down. Now keep your hands in line with your chest. On your inhale, lift yourself slightly up. And now lift your hands off the floor as well, keeping your elbows like 90 degrees or so. It is an amazing strengthening position for your lower back, actually for your upper back as well, one of my favorites. Hold just a moment. Now direct both of your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers, and lift yourself a little bit higher. Inhale. Option 1, this is where you're gonna be. Option 2, maybe even lift your legs off the ground, coming into a full Shalabhasana position. We're gonna count till 3 to 5 in the head. Continue breathing and reminding yourself why you're here on the mat today. Now lower down, push yourself back to tabletop, and transition to downward facing dog. Focus on your spinal lengthening. Don't worry about your heels. Rotate your shoulders, use the power of your fingers, your knuckles, to push you away from the floor and help you to achieve that lengthening. One more deep breath. Release. Now look forward and step forward. Lengthen your spine one more time. You can keep your hands on the floor or on your legs, your hips, wherever it feels comfortable. As long as you're pushing your sternum, your collarbone forward, and you're feeling this lengthening in your back. Now deep breath in. Forward fold. Exhale, bend your knees, belly on your thighs. Rise up into full standing position. Inhale. Hands in a prayer. Exhale. Close your eyes. Take a pause. Listen to your breath. Direct your exhale down into the ground. Grounding yourself. Now open your eyes. Bring your hands alongside with your body. Keep your feet hips width apart. Let's come into a second chair pose. Inhale, rise up. Start bending your knees. Look down, find your big toes. Tuck your tailbone in a little bit more. And we're gonna stay here. I know it is a challenging posture for a lot of people, including myself. But it is actually also one of my favorites because nothing strengthens me more like this chair pose. One more moment. Now start straightening up. Lift your left foot off the floor, hands in front of you. And as per your comfort, either keep your knee bent or extend your left leg, keeping it parallel to the ground. Point your toes like a ballerina. Engage your core muscles here to give you extra support. Now bend your left knee and step back by bending your front right knee. Lift your arms up high. Sink down into a high lunge position. Take a few deep breaths while holding the posture. Reminding yourself once again of the intention that you have set for today's session. Now with your exhale, lower your left knee down, hands in a prayer in front of you. Let's come into the twist. Inhale and twist to the right side. With your exhale always. Lengthen your spine, breathing in. Deeper twist, breathing out. And I encourage you to use the power of your hips to help you to balance. Hold for a few more moments. Feel the rotation in your backbone. And now with control, bring both of your hands down on the ground. First, step back into plank, and then side plank on the left side. So wherever you are, you either keep your left knee on the ground, which is great, or option 2, keep both of your legs aligned with each other, keeping your core muscles engaged, keeping your back engaged and aligned. Hold and 1 or 2 more breaths in and out. And now back to plank position with or without knees on the ground. Lower yourself down. Now extend both of your arms forward and now bend your elbows. Create like a 90 degrees with your shoulders and elbows. On your next inhale, lift yourself off the floor with your chest and your legs. Continue looking in front of you to give that lengthening to your neck. Use the power of your back to lift higher and the power of your glute muscles to lift those legs. Hold for 3. We are almost flying like skydivers too. And lower down. Well done. Lift yourself in a cobra position or maybe upward facing dog, whatever feels good today. And transition to downward facing dog for a few breaths. To take a pause, to lengthen the spine. One more time. With your next exhale, lower both of your knees on the floor. I want you to extend both of your legs in front of you. Keep your knees bent. Bring both of your hands behind. Keep your feet hips width apart. And let's come to a reverse table pose. Inhale, lift your buttocks off the floor. Ensure that you have enough space for your feet. You didn't go way too far or you didn't bring them way too close. Now, engage your core muscles and your glute muscles to lift yourself slightly higher. Gaze up, use your shoulders, your arms, your lower back support. Hold just one more deep breath in. And lower down. Well done. Now I invite you to lower down completely on your mat. I prefer to come from the side. Come on your back. Draw your knees to your chest. And maybe even rock yourself side to side. Left to right, right to left. Massage your lower back, your upper back, your shoulders. Good. Now back to neutral position. We have the last push that we gotta do is to strengthen the core muscles, the frontal core muscles. Now I want you to keep your arms alongside with your body. Lift your one leg up and then another. Flex both of your feet. Option 1, this is where you're going to be. If you have a block, you can always place a block between your thighs to engage your legs more. Another option, bringing arms up and lifting your shoulders off the floor a little bit. You would feel your core muscles are getting more engaged in this position. Wherever you are, I want you to hold for at least 5 breaths in. And again, reminding you that yoga is teaching us everything is temporary. This posture is also temporary and it is so beneficial to you. Now lower down, come back. Bring both of your feet on the ground. Keep them hips width apart and lift your buttocks, your lower back off the floor. Coming into an easy bridge position. Relax your abdominal muscles, your lower back. And come back. We have one more round of doing the same L pose. So lift one leg, then another. Whenever you are ready, start. Either lift your arms up or stay where you are. I think I'm gonna count in my head to like 10 or maybe 15. Remember, you can always micro bend your knees if you're feeling that your legs are shaking. Just hold for a few moments. It is a great core strengthening. I love these movements. I always give them during my individual sessions where I teach online. Now come back down. One more bridge pose. Inhale. Take a pause. Enjoy the stretch and tension release. Slowly come back. Draw both of your knees to your chest. Rock yourself side to side. Now open your right arm to the side and drop both of your knees to the left, coming into a supine twist position. You can always micro bend your right elbow to create that additional space for your shoulder. Gaze towards your right hand, or maybe close your eyes. Give yourself to gravity completely. No effort, no hard work. Gently bring yourself back to the center. And let's do the same on the opposite side. So open the left arm to the side. As an option, micro bend your left elbow. Both of your knees are resting on the right side. You can always use a block or a blanket under to give you more support and relaxation. Scan your body from your neck. The twist is going down into your upper back, then deeper into your lower back, and then hips. Invite relaxation when you exhale. Slowly back to the center. And let's come into a full Shavasana. Option 1, you're going to extend your legs. Or option 2, you can keep your knees bent and actually touching to give that extra support to your lower back. And maybe even bring your arms above your head. Wherever you are in a traditional Shavasana or with bent knees, I want you to close your eyes. Focus on your breath. Don't control. Let it flow naturally in and out. Just observe. It could be deep. It could be shallow. Simply observe and be present. Take a moment to pause and completely relax and enjoy this moment of pure stillness. Slowly move your toes, your fingers, neck, side to side. Start rolling yourself on the side. Keep your hand in front of you and come back into a full, comfortable seated position. just for a moment. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Release with exhale. And thank yourself for today's practice. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the session. As a token of appreciation, please help me to reach out to a larger audience by clicking those subscribe and like buttons. Also, if you wish to find a permanent solution for your lower back pain, then I highly recommend to check my 8-week online course, Lower Back Recovery. I left the link in the description below. Until the next time, stay blessed, stay inspired. Namaste. Your self-healing journey starts here.